Hello everybody, Dan Babas here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. Alright guys, so let's get into it. Today we have a story for you about Ximena Morales and Mike Burke. And is Ximena pregnant? Because she just posted earlier today, she posted something that had fans in a frenzy. People are confused because if you guys remember on the show, Ximena did break the news to Mike that she had gotten her tubes burned, and as a result, she could never, ever, ever have kids again. So she posted something today, and people are like, hold on a second. Did Ximena lie and that she actually can have kids? Is the baby Mike's, or is it Josh's, or maybe is it somebody else's? So people have all kinds of questions. People are all kinds of confused. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into this piece right here. So Ximena hints at being pregnant after breakup with Mike. On 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, Ximena Morales told Mike Burke she could never give him a baby due to her tubal ligation. Was that true? And here you have a picture of the two of them. Now, Colombian 90 Day Fiancé star Ximena Morales sparked rumors of her being pregnant after her chaotic breakup with Mike Burke on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. The 24-year-old, she's 25 by now, was working as an adult camp model when Mike, 34, a regular visitor on the website, asked her to be his girlfriend. Their transactional relationship involved Mike telling Ximena that he would take care of her finances. He also ended up buying most of the things in Ximena's house and paying her rent. When Ximena wanted to split with Mike, he told her that he was the best thing in her life. But the mother of two insisted the best thing that ever happened to her was her two kids. Fans heard Ximena talking about her tube pregnancy on B90, but they were shocked to know the details. Ximena has two sons. One is Juan David, who is 9 years old. The other one is Harold Steven, who's 3. Juan's dad was a one-night stand, and Harold's dad is in jail. As you guys know, that famous scene when Ximena dropped the major bomb, the major shocker, she actually said this herself. I still don't understand why she would go into that much detail to explain this. She went to prison one day to see, Harold's dad, or, dad before he was a dad. And, one thing led to another. She put her legs up and she got pregnant basically during a prison visitation. Really grotesque visuals there, in my opinion. But she actually dropped the bomb herself. I still don't understand why, but that's just the way that Ximena rolls. Considering Ximena was 24 on a 90 Day Fiancé, fans did the math and wondered if she had become pregnant at 15. All the more shocking was Ximena saying that after speaking to Harold's jail dad on Facebook for 4 to 5 months, he had invited her to visit him in prison. Ximena ended up saying that she was still in love with the man and recalled wanting to have a child with him. I would put my feet up for me to actually get pregnant, and I got pregnant on my second visit to the jail, she confessed. However, when it came to having baby, and by the way, when it comes to the dad, I forget his name now, but when it comes to the dad, we have information that Ximena might still actually have feelings for this guy. She might still be sending him money in prison and whatnot. But of course, if you guys watch the show on 90 Day Fiancé, when she was talking about him in that scene where she talks about putting her legs up, she was actually talking in the present. And I love this guy before she went ahead and corrected herself and then said loved in the past tense, right? Because she knew that it would come off bad. So very obvious that she has a massive feelings for this guy, and very likely still to this day. However, when it came to having babies with Mike, Ximena claimed that she couldn't have because her tubes were not only tied but also burned. Ximena had suffered a lot during her 2 C-section deliveries, which prompted her to make the decision to have the procedure. So when Ximena posted an Instagram photo of an ultrasound on Saturday, it baffled the 90 Day Fiancé viewers. She captioned the story with cinco meses, which means 5 months. Reddit user MeowXinfinity shared Ximena's IG story and asked others if what they were seeing made any sense. But didn't she have a procedure? She told Mike that she couldn't have more kids, somebody else wrote. So here, let me go and let me show you guys right here. Okay, so this is what she went ahead and shared. I'm gonna take myself off. So this is what she went ahead and shared, and you can see there's some message at the bottom as well. So eres el amor de vida, so you're the love of life. Cuando lo único que sea lo que hicimos en vida, so y aunque nada de esto pase, whoa, oh. So, you know, it's just like some nice words, you know, kind of like, you know, saying that, you know, like you're very unique and, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, so she posted this. I guess she posted this perhaps last night. She deleted it because I can't see it on her Instagram anymore. But you can see here that people, this comes from 90 Day Fiancé now, by the way. Somebody says, didn't she burn her tubes and it was impossible to have another? And then somebody else says, probably a lie. You can't exactly trust what she says. That's what she says, all lies. So, you know, I got to say, guys, that I don't think that you can trust what Ximena says. And, you know, by the end of this video, you know, we'll kind of see why. But Ximena puts out a lot of confusing information. She has done this in the past, you know, throughout the season. She'll put out just flat out false information out there. So you can't really trust what she says. However, when she was talking about burning her tubes, she made it sound incredibly final. She sounded very serious. So I believed her. I think most people believed her. Mike believed her. I think most people did believe her. However, could she have been telling a lie? Okay, let's go back to this piece right here. Let's finish this piece, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. However, fans ended up concluding that Ximena, who was not in love with Mike, may have made up an excuse to not have babies with him. Even when Ximena told Mike about her dilemma, he had suggested that they could still find a solution and procreate. A fan was curious about whether Ximena possibly reversed her ligation and did an IVF procedure. So IVF, in vitro fertilization. A few fans compare Ximena to Devin Clegg, who's currently expecting a baby. And by the way, we're going to have a Devin Clegg video coming soon, perhaps tomorrow or the day after. There's some news on the Devin Clegg front. But Devin Clegg right now is in Memphis, Smith territory. She's pregnant with her third baby daddy. She's going to have her third child by third different baby daddy. So kind of like Memphis. We'll do a story on that because there's some more news on the Devin Clegg front. But let's get back to Ximena here. Devin is also being criticized for having become pregnant with 3 different men. But as it turns out, Ximena only wanted to congratulate her friend who's pregnant. Several hours later, Ximena deleted the sonograph story and replaced it with a photo of a woman's pregnant belly captioned, "Amiga, te felicito por tu bebé." Ximena now tried to make fans believe that she was going to be the godmother of the child. And here, so basically, here we have it. This is from her own Instagram. So, amiga, te felicito por tu bebé. Que dicha amiga y soy la madrina, gracias. So, she's saying she's the godmother. Se nos adelanto la princesa. So, she's saying she's the godmother. And, you know, she's talking like this is a little girl. So, yeah, basically, it was all a PR stunt. So it kind of fooled a lot of us. A lot of us were like, a WTF is going on here. But it was all a publicity stunt. So the way that she framed it at first made it sound like it was, you know, like she was 5 months pregnant, perhaps. And the thing about the 5 months is that the tell-all was filmed at the end of January 25th or 23rd, something around that time. And we have it on good authority that Mike was in Colombia around and perhaps a little bit after that time. So, you know, perhaps not quite exactly 5 months, but around that time. So she could have gotten pregnant with Mike. Of course, the other option was Josh, but Josh and Ximena, it sounds like they have broken up. And we'll show you guys perhaps why in just a second. So let's just finish with the story. But yes, a bit of a hoax on Ximena's part. And this is why we can't really trust what she says on the internet. She'll put out misleading information, you know, and just to get some attention, and then she'll delete it. In retrospect, Ximena may have been trolling her Instagram followers by making them believe that she was pregnant. Ximena's social media posts are not to be trusted anyway, since she once hinted at being engaged to a man named Josh Romeo, who fans were sure was her boyfriend after Mike. Also, after the 90 Day Fiancé B90 tell-all, Ximena told 90 Day Fiancé fans that she was single. It's also likely that Ximena simply wanted to create an exciting Instagram story series for a friend, but her strategy backfired. So there you have it, guys. It does not look like she's pregnant as far as we can see. And also, Mommy says bad words on Instagram. According to Mommy says bad words too, the image that she used is a stock image that was found via reverse image try. So, so she took a stock image and then she put out these words on it, like 5 messes and all this stuff. Or perhaps the 5 messes was on the stock image. I'm not sure, but it was a stock image. So there you have it, guys. So you can see that's the stock image right there. So she took the stock image, it looks like, and then put her own wording over it in Spanish, and she put some details into it, like 5 months, and some other information in there, thereby making it look like she was expecting. Really, let's be honest, that's what she was doing. She was making it look like she was expecting. It was a bit of a troll job on her part. And yeah, this is what she posted after. So there we have it, guys. Now, I didn't want to also just go to this quickly. She also posted this. She's been kind of active again recently. So she did a live maybe about a day or two ago. And she mentioned in this live, according to 90 Day Chisme, that she doesn't have a boyfriend. And she was doing her hair, and you can kind of see she's doing something, I guess, different with her hair. And fans were asking her why she said that Mike was paying for these things. So I didn't watch the live myself. So I don't know exactly what she says, but by the sound of it, it sounds like perhaps Mike is still paying for stuff. Just how crazy is this guy Mike? If he is still, I don't know if he is. I hope he's not. But if he is still paying for stuff, how crazy is this guy Mike to be doing this? And you can see people are kind of like laughing at this, right? Mike deserves what he gets. Somebody else says, so tired of the Angry Bird's eyebrows. If Mike wants to keep simping for her, leave him alone. If he is paying for her, I guess he deserves what he gets, right? Like the treatment that he got on the show, that's what he deserves. But also what's weird is that there was some information, a few weeks ago that Mike actually had another girlfriend. Pretty credible information as well, that he had another girlfriend. So why would he be paying for Ximena still? I guess this is kind of like the love story that will never end. Kind of like they're going to get back together, they're going to break up. Kind of reminds me a bit of Paul and Karine in a sense. Paul and Karine, I don't know how many times they broke up. They've called the police on each other. Paul has put video cameras all around his house, because, I don't know, he said Karine had somebody threatening to kill him. Honestly, I'm losing track with the Paul and Karine stuff, but that's a couple that has been going back and forward. Police reports, all kinds of serious accusations, and somehow they still find their way back to each other. Very, very bizarre. And I think that Mike and Ximena are like the Paul and Karine version too, except that they don't have any kids together. So it won't surprise me if this couple, well, they're not a couple anymore, unless they are, but if these two kind of have this on again, off again relationship, not just for now, but for months and perhaps years to come. So that's the update I wanted to bring to you guys. An update with Ximena and Mikey as well. Now, the last that we heard was that they were supposed to come back. I'm not sure if that's still the case, but Mike and Ximena were rumored to be coming back. Also, Ximena, we have heard from numerous sources that as opposed to the article, to what we saw in the article there, where they were kind of skeptical about Ximena and Josh, we have heard from numerous sources that Ximena and Josh were real. They were dating, and not only that, but they were filming as well. So, you had a nice little package between, like kind of like a romance triangle of sorts between Ximena, Mike, and also Josh that TLC could package, because we know that Mike went back to Colombia after the tell-all. And that's when they finally broke up for good. And we know that around that time, Ximena was dating Josh. Of course, there was also the other guy, Brian. It gets really, really messy, but definitely a lot of content for TLC to kind of package into a new season. So that's the last that we heard. We'll see if they're still going to be coming back. I have to say, in my opinion, in a weird, odd way, and I hate to admit this, I kind of miss Mike and Ximena just because the season of 90 Day Fiancé, there hasn't been any drama like them, so I kind of missed them. You guys let me know. Or would you guys like to see Mike and Ximena come back on the show? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Also, do you guys think that it's possible that Ximena, even though this looks like perhaps she was trolling and just fishing for attention, do you think that in general perhaps it's possible that Ximena might have lied about burning her tubes, and perhaps she just didn't want any kids with Mike, but she would be open to having kids with perhaps the right person? You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. Please hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.